Alright guys, today we're going to talk about the Nitecore EA45S. This is very easily one of the most underrated flashlights on the market now. I see there's plenty of reviews about this light out there, but there's very little buzz about it. I guess maybe it's just a byproduct of the market being so oversaturated with flashlights, but in the end, sometimes really good gems slip through because of the amount of flashlights we all review, and this is one I hope you guys take a little notice to. And if this thing were just a little bit cheaper, I think this thing would be clearly just an absolute must-have. Now, the EA45S uses 4 AA batteries, and you can use alkalines, rechargeable nickel metal hydrides, or the lithium primary, like the lithium energizer batteries, and you're going to get different results depending on what kind of batteries you use, of course. Cool thing about it is it's a single piece construction, being the tube is entirely one piece with just a little kind of a plug of a tail cap, which is really interesting because this is a 1000 lumen light and it provides for really good heat transfer. Now, a lot of the 4 AA lights out there are soup cans. They are big, they're bulky. Once you get up into that 1000 lumen range, you're generating a lot of heat, and in order to do that, you end up sacrificing and coming up with a flashlight that looks like a soup can. And those are not very portable, not very easy to carry or anything like that. And the EA45S completely and totally destroys that by making kind of a small, sleek, thin flashlight that fits very comfortably in your hand. And it's also small enough to put into your pockets, walk around with, and all that, which I can't say the same of a lot of the other 4 AA lights on the market, which are pretty much, like I said, a soup can. So let's talk numbers on this bad boy. We'll bring out the instructions for this. So what you see is you have a 1000 lumen runtime for 45 minutes, and of course you're not going to get that unless you use fully charged nickel metal hydride rechargeables. You have a 430 lumen mode for 2 hours 45 minutes. 210 lumens for 75, 45 for 35, and 1, which is your moonlight, for 416 hours, which is a really long time. XPL high LED, which gives this thing a good amount of throw. A lot of the other usual, waterproofing, IPX8, impact resistant, reverse polarity protection, which you really need because this flashlight is kind of tough to put the batteries in. And the real beauty of this thing is actually in operation of it. And actually, before I forget, I want to show you the accessories real quick, what this bad boy comes with. So you're going to get a fairly nice, actually relatively thick belt sheath, your warranty cards, little lanyard holder, and some more. So not a ton, but that belt sheath is actually pretty decent quality, so that is pretty cool. Alright, now how does this thing work? And we're going to actually probably start rolling in some footage of this thing in use so you get to see it. So as I mentioned, this is an XPL high, which you can see is a little tiny small de-domed emitter with a smooth reflector on there. Let's see if we can focus that for you. There we go. And that gives you a really nice amount of throw with, compared to the XML2 and all those other LEDs, stainless steel bezel. Alright, we've talked enough. How does this bad boy work? Well, it's a 2-button operation. You have a power button and a mode button. Your power button turns it on. Your mode button is going to cycle through the modes that we mentioned. There's your 1 lumen mode all the way up to your 1000 lumen mode. Holding in the mode button, which is the top button, at this point will strobe. So we have a little strobe warning there, guys. Alright, holding in it again will get you to a beacon. Holding in it again gets you to a different beacon. And then back to strobe. Of course, single click brings you back to that. To turn the power off, simple hitting the power button. Now you do have instant access to high and low modes. Now, when you use the low button, it's going to start in low. When you hold in the top button, the mode button, it's going to bring you to high. So you have instant access to both, and you can also instant access strobe by double clicking on the top button. And it's a very smooth button. Both these buttons are very smooth, very easy to operate, and absolutely no problems. But wait, there's more. you have a lot of other features that come with this light as well. One of them being I'll probably turn the light off here so you can see this. Kind of block out the light a little bit. You can see there is a kind of a beacon there, and that is for locating the flashlight in the dark. And according to the instructions, that will last in the neighborhood of 12 months. Leaving this on, turning the light off without will last about 18 months. The reason for that being it's an electronic switch, so it's powered at all times, and that's how you're able to access those modes. You turn it on, turn it off, that's now gone. But that's real easy to access, just like I said, hold in the power button from off, and then it works. You also have a lockout from on. You can press both buttons. It will turn it off. And now we're locked out. Hold it in again. Bam, we're no longer locked out. There is also let's see, where is it? The power okay. And just pressing that, the top button while it's off, will give you a certain amount of blinks. That is your battery indicator. So you have a battery indicator. 3 blinks means it's over 50, 2 means it's like over 30, 1 blink means like 10%. So really good interface, really good access to the modes, a lot of features for a flashlight, guys. So I gotta say, the construction of this just really nice, you know, really lends itself to being a tough waterproof flashlight. So we're going to open this up real quick so you can see it. So as I said, like, there's a little kind of plug in the back. Your batteries go in here, and the only way you can really tell which way they go in is by looking into the tube and looking where the spring is and which side the spring is. And it's got 2 sets of 2 on each side. It can be a little difficult to put back together because you kind of got to compress that spring a little and then tighten it down. So I do like the red, makes it stand out a little, so if you do drop this in the woods, it's going to stand out. Plus you have that option for that beacon. Real good performance out of this for AA's. Really good build quality, handles the heat well. There's a lot of great stuff about this light, guys. I gotta say, very happy. I'll actually center this bad boy since we're probably done rolling in footage at this point. So overall, the biggest problem with this light is the price. It's just like $80 light. I was able to get this light for around $35 by basically waiting for a flash sale from GearBest, and I got it for $35, and this is pretty much my car flashlight at this point. It's small enough, it fits in my console of my car, and being it uses AA's, it's very handy because I can throw in 4 nickel metal hydrides, and you know, they have, you know, use the low self-discharge end loops. You have a really long time that they stay good. They don't wear down on you. They're easy to replace, so if something does happen, you can just buy AA's anywhere. And I can also keep a small USB charger in my car and charge up and top off those batteries whenever I want. I've actually had this light for about 8 months now. I keep forgetting about it because it is in my car, and I was kind of cleaning it out a little bit, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, I gotta review this. So this thing has seen pretty good life in my car. It's you know, very good quality. It's a really good operating system for this, and you know, if Nitecore could get the price on this down to like $45, comparable to the other 4 AA flashlights like Through Night Phoenix and Thorfire I'll have out, I think this thing would be an absolute dynamite flashlight. You know, but like I said, GearBest, the flash sale, sometimes you will catch this $35. I think at one point, you know, they might have even had it for $29. You can catch good deals. I'll try and update if I do see them. I'll try and put links in the description for you guys. But overall, guys, what a beautiful light.